morning.
They say life is a gift and freedom is a privilege. If you abuse any of them, your journey can be very complicated, young liberal.
What's up, y'all? I'm back with another episode of the Rick Williams Podcast. Don't forget to tell them to like, subscribe, comment, and share. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and TikTok and Anchor. Listen, man, I want to talk to y'all something, man, about I asked my classmates a couple months back, maybe even 3 months back, to tell me how many of them have lost children to violence. I got no response. And probably because they probably think I was taking a shot at them. You know, because you can only imagine how many people probably done talked about me going to prison, 20 plus years of my life and still alive, hopefully doing pretty well by American standards. When the wrong do what the wrongs do. I wasn't taking a shot at none of my classmates. And I know that some of y'all gonna watch this video thinking you can talk about his auntie. She might get mentioned in here, but that ain't what I'm talking about. What we gonna connect it to? I'm talking about the young brother that shot their mother 3 men, killed their mother 3 men down in Virginia. If y'all watching my page, y'all just see I just shared another video of a black woman. I almost said crying, but she wasn't crying. She was pleading because someone had killed her son at the gas station. She described it almost like the Emmett Till situation. Shot him in the head, brain fragments all over the place. Had to pick him up like spaghetti. This is the culture that we are producing, like it or not. This is the culture that we are producing. This is the culture that's being produced. And we pleading for help from a culture that we are producing. Listen to what I'm saying. We are doing this to ourselves. We are teaching these things to ourselves. And you want someone to somehow undo what you have done and fix it for you. It's a sad day for us, y'all. And I mean that sincerely. Again, I've been incarcerated over 20 years of my life. Not by choice, but by force. And it was because of a lack of understanding. A lack of reasoning. The same reason that young brother got on that bus and shot 3 of his classmates, killed 3 of his classmates. Which makes me really, wonder, how did he get there? Why was he there? He had a different mindset from everybody else on the bus, obviously. Which made me wonder who raised him. I can't look at him, excuse me. I can't look at him, that brother. Excuse me again. I can't look at that brother and condemn him for something that he was obviously taught from somebody or somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? I now have to process how he got to that understanding for me to get to, what's really going on here. And oftentimes we don't care about what's really going on, because it's going to point the finger at somebody you don't want to point it at. More than likely, it's going to be your mama. In most of our households, she got the helm. She controlling the show. She running the narrative. I don't want to be the one to tell it to us like this. But obviously, we're not getting this message that something is drastically wrong in our communities. And we dying across the board because of what we are not doing. We're not supporting our men. One. We're not supporting our children. Two. There's no love or commitment nowhere except them phony places. You see? So that's why you see me handling my family the way that I'm handling my family, especially my auntie. Because I see what's going on. And I don't want that for my family. None of us have been lost to violence yet. And I don't want to see the day when that happens. I don't want to continue to see us as a people. Mind you now, you're looking at a guy that was, with limited understanding when I went to prison in Michigan at a 4th grade reading level. At a 5th grade math level, I can barely count my money. So you got to understand, man, who at the helm and why we losing. And why there's have always been, and now they are very adamant about keeping the black man out of the family structure. They don't want us nowhere but church. Yeah, that was a shot at the church. That's the only way. That's the only way they can get us to behave. At the church. That's the only way they can push their agenda in our mind and have us submit is at the church. Outside of that, according to them scriptures y'all love so much, Genesis 1:26 said, God said, let us make man in our image and our likeness, and let him have dominion over all that you see. That's not the man you find at the church. You understand what I'm saying, right? Y'all see what I'm alluding to. We better off when we care for one another, genuinely. We better off when we helping one another. See, that's been taken out of the program. We better off when we loving one another. See, that's been took out the program. You see, we better off when we give a damn about one another. See, it's been taken out the program. And see, and most men know better. Should I say it again? Most men know better. That you can't take these things out the program and be successful. But somebody done taught us that they don't need no man. That all they need is Jesus. And like the one little young sister said, you can convince yourself that you don't need a man, none of you boys, then convince themselves that they don't need you. See, this is the attitude we've taken. Somebody didn't know when to stop. Somebody didn't know when to, instead of cutting that branch off in order to save the tree, somebody could have told you could have saved the branch by reconnecting it to the tree. But they didn't taught us that we need to cut the branch off. We need to cut family off. We need to cut one another off. We need to not care. Because the ultimate goal is to get somewhere after you're dead. Man, y'all better understand what game they playing. You can't play for death. and expect to win the game. You can't play for death and even to be expected to be successful in the game. You gotta play for life. You gotta play to win. And everybody that done played any kind of sports know that when you're playing to win, you gotta play together. If you don't play together, you're most surely gonna lose. Y'all, we gotta learn how to play together. Right now, they waiting on Thanksgiving, y'all, to send your boy to jail. I've been locked up over 20 years, and my family waiting for Thanksgiving, hoping I do something ridiculously insane that send me to jail. This is the narrative that we are creating. And y'all think for one moment that come May of 2023, I would be home for 20 years. I'll be home for 20 years in May. And they trying to think they're gonna stop that, but they ain't. I'm bigger than that. I'm better than that. And I'm smarter than most of you boys that have been taught how to think. See? I ain't gonna say you boys. I love you boys. I meant to say these women. These little girls. I'm smarter than most of y'all. I hope you don't get no police in trouble. One of your friends, classmates. I hope you don't get them in trouble by jumping the gun. But anyway, y'all playing y'all incarceration for me. I'm gonna plan on living life. Being that I know how to dodge that ball now, I know how to play the game. And I understand what y'all game is. Because there's a general hatred for us men folks. And I don't care if you're in the family with the women in that house, there's a general hatred. If there's not the understanding that this is the natural order of the thing. If that's not understood in the house, then chances are you got problems being a man in that house. So I'm just saying, y'all, when I made that statement, how many of y'all done lost, how many of my classmates done lost children? I'm trying to get y'all to understand that if y'all want to stop the violence, then we need to discuss from the people that have lost their children. We need to hear from y'all, and we need y'all to be transparent about what you did to push them that way, what you didn't do, to push them that way. We need to come to the table with hard facts rather than everybody talking about what they think they know. If we want to fix this problem, then we need to hear from the people that made the mistakes and then shelter or whatever. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm just saying we need data. This came down to a data world. We need information, and we need information from the true source. Well, stuff like this gonna continue to keep happening, y'all, and we have to embrace our men, folks. You have to embrace your brother. You have to embrace your uncle. You have to embrace your daddy, man. You have to know the other side, like it or not. The police department, let me tell you something, they work for the law. And in working for the law, guess what? They got snitches working for them. If we want to be in charge, if we want to truly take care of ourselves, then we have to understand that we need everybody. And we need all of us. There's not a time, never a time, to cut one another off. That's your time when you fix. That's your time when you heal. That's your time when you do like the scripture said that you believe in. That's the time for you to show out. It's not the time for you to give up. Y'all, I did 15 years up here in the state of Michigan. Ain't got no stab wounds nowhere. You can tell I'm all man. And I'm not bragging. I'm just stating the fact. We're in a unique situation. And all odds is against us. We're surrounded on all sides by opposition. And if you take time to look, all we got is each other. And someone have taught you, someone have taught us not to depend on that which we have, which is us. I ain't gonna make this long, y'all. I'm finna get ready to get out of here. But no. Yeah, I'm angry about what's going on with my family. And if the same thing kind of going on with yours, you should be angry too. And the only way we fix it is by talking about it, coming together for one another. That's what's lacking. Let's pay it forward. Let's move the chains. Let's put some points on the board.